Here's the thing about YouTube comment sections. Every time you make a video about someone moving to another state, the comment section turns into a digital homeowners association meeting run by people with names like Patriot Eagle 1776, who think that they personally own Tennessee because their grandfather once fixed a tractor there. You'll say people are moving to South Carolina because the housing is cheaper, and immediately someone pops up with, "Don't move here, we're full." Congratulations on not being original. That has been said thousands of times before this mouth breeder decided it was intelligent. You just want to go, really? Full? The state has $32 generals per county and enough unused land to hide a mid-sized European country. But sure, Wayne from a subdivision built in 2018 has declared the frontier is closed to all newcomers. And here's the classic. Liberals should stay in liberal states. This is always delivered like Moses coming down from Mount YouTube with sacred tablets of relocation rules. Apparently, America is now a theme park where each state has an ideological height requirement. Sorry, you must be this conservative to ride Oklahoma and its poverty and uninspiring landscapes. But here's what makes it funny. These are the same people that forgot Americans have always moved for better jobs, cheaper land, safer towns, better weather, or just because their current location was actively trying to kill them with dust, debt, or factory layoffs. It's happened before. During the Great Depression, people didn't sit around and go, well, I better not move to California because I might alter the vibe. No, they packed up whatever they owned, threw 6 kids and a sack of potatoes into the car that looked like it had already survived a war, and headed west looking for a better life. And they did. They found that. Dust Bowl immigrants poured into California because the plains had turned into a haunted sandbox with mortgage paperwork. By 1940, millions had left the Great Plains and the South, and hundreds of thousands went to California looking for survival. Not brunch with mimosas, they were looking to survive. And during World War II, same frickin' thing, only with more rivets and worse cafeteria food. People moved to California, Washington, Detroit, and New York because that's where the jobs were. The West Coast especially had shipyards, aircraft factories, defense plants, and enough wartime employment to make entire cities swell overnight. California's employment jumped from 2.1 million people in 1940 to 3.7 million in 1943, which is not exactly a small, maybe we should hire some temps situation. Boeing was pulling workers into Washington during the war years because planes don't build themselves, despite what one guy in a YouTube comment section probably believes. So when someone says stay in your own state, what they really mean is I support American freedom as long as nobody uses it near my cul-de-sac or my holler if you're in West Virginia. That's the part that gets me. Moving is one of the most American things a person can do. This country was basically built on people looking around and saying, this place is terrible. Let's go ruin someone else's forest. The entire national story is just one long moving day of muskets, wagons, railroads, factory lunch pails, U-Hauls, and eventually a guy from California buying a house in Boise and asking where the good sushi is. That's the American story. And yes, people bring their politics with them. That happens. But they also bring money, business, skills, kids for the school districts, tax revenue, and occasionally a decent restaurant that doesn't consider ranch dressing a food group. Migration changes places. It always has. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And sometimes it just means your favorite back road now has a roundabout designed by a person who clearly hates drivers. But pretending the state was frozen in perfection until outsiders showed up is adorable. Half the people yelling, I don't want you to move here, are themselves the children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren of people who moved there from somewhere else. Their family didn't just sprout naturally out of a Cracker Barrel parking lot. No, somebody packed a bag, chased a job, followed the railroad, joined a factory, fled poverty, left a farm, or married someone for better weather. So maybe instead of screaming, don't move here, under every video, just be honest and say what you really mean. I moved here first, and now I'd like history to just stop. Which is cute, and it's adorable at the same time. It's completely unrealistic, but it's cute. America has always been a shuffleboard table with state borders. People leave expensive places, crowded places, declining places, boring places, freezing places, and places where the local economy has the survival instinct of a damp napkin. Then they move somewhere else and the locals act shocked, like migration was invented by Zillow in 2021. No, it's been going on forever. People moved to California when California had jobs. They moved to New York when New York had opportunities. They moved to Washington when the wartime industry and aircraft jobs were booming. Now people are moving to Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Carolinas, Arizona, Idaho, or wherever else the math looks slightly less abusive. That's not new. That's America with a forwarding address. So next time someone comments, "Stay out of my state," remember, their state probably existed in its current form because generations of people did the exact opposite. And if it bothers you people are moving to your town, move someplace else. All right, everyone, have a great day.